I'm live. I am live and no one's here. I didn't expect anybody, but that's besides the point. So I will just give it a few minutes. Oops. Okay. Well, I'm just going to get to work and let let the camera roll. Excuse me. Let the camera roll. I like to work with polymer clay so much that I haven't worked in it for at least 2 days, and I'm starting to feel, what's the word? I can't think of the correct word. I'm starting to really miss it. You know, like when you need something, like you need a drink, or I'm craving the clay. I am craving touching the clay. I just like, and I found some little beads that I made. They had dropped on the floor, and I need to poke the holes in them. I'm just trying to make sure I get them round again before I pokey the holes. And yeah, so just touching a little clay bead is making me happy. Isn't that silly? Silly, silly, silly. I really like making jewelry out of copper and brass and silver. I like the look better, but I just get more enjoyment working with clay. I don't know why. Part of it, I think, is the way it feels. It's kind of mushy, but you can also, sculpt with it and make it stay where you put it. And if you mess up, you can smush it back together and start over. I don't know. Like I said, I like the way it feels in my fingers, especially the white clay. Hi, CO Bill. How are you? I was kind of talking to myself for a minute there. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I was saying I haven't worked in clay in a couple of days and I'm starting to jones for it. I don't know why I like working in polymer clay, you know. I started a couple of years ago, or maybe not quite that long, but and I really took to it. But like I said, I know the metal. Um, I think it sells better, and you know, it's just a little more sophisticated than working in clay. But the way the clay feels is I like, and especially white clay. Don't ask me why, but white clay has a different feel than the colored clay. It's really strange. Everybody has left the building. That's okay. I'm glad CO Belf stopped by to say hi. He is one smart cookie. Some of the things that he comes up with are brilliantly funny and amusing. And I've been saying for a long time he needs to write a book. I don't know what about, but he has a way with words that if that's you, CO Belf, I'm talking about you. If not, I'm gonna still talk about you for a minute. But yeah, he has a way with words that is, like I said, brilliantly funny and sometimes brilliantly amusing. He thinks outside of the box. He has a really good command of the English language. So maybe one day he will write a book. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm just going to, like I said, I found these beads rolling around on the floor under my desk, under my feet. There's only 5 of them. I'm just poking the holes in them. So when I am ready to cure my tray of clay, I have a tray of unbaked clay over here that I keep. And when it's full, I'll pop it in the oven. But there's a lot of beads on this tray. They don't all have holes yet, but I think most of them do. I think all I have left is this pile. This pile. Yeah, I made a couple more. I could figure out these cameras. I made a couple more Natasha's pendants. Oops. I put a honeycomb pattern on the back. I think I did the same with this one. Yep. And I did use scrap clay for the backing. And I used, what's the powder called? I never can remember the name. Embossing powder. No, not embossing powder. Oh, it's the other kind. I'll think of it in a minute. But I just colored the clay, the gray clay. Hold on, I think I have it right in here. What did I do with it? Yeah. I know it's in here because here it is. It's the Perfect Pearls. They don't have the name of it on here. What is it called? It's going to drive me crazy. Anyway, So this is that old heirloom gold, they call it. Can't believe I can't think. Mica powder. It's mica powder. And I have every color under the rainbow over there. But clay that is uncured takes the mica powder so well. And it don't try to put it on after you bake the clay, though. There's like a resistance or something. It's really strange. Okay, back to the metal. So I'm trying to remember. I don't think the last live I had, I put the raw copper, like, raw copper into my ammonia chamber. Woo, and sprayed it with salt water and sprayed it with ammonia first and then sprayed it with salt water, and it developed a natural patina. It came out so good. Here's the blue. And I even did more pieces that I did off camera, but some of them I resined. Here's one with the resin, and I drilled the holes through so I could put, the ear wire in it. And I also, I figure just a minute, I get mixed up on, usually brass turns more of a green and instead of blue, but this is definitely brass, and they came out blue. I couldn't believe it. I can't ever remember brass turning this color blue for some reason. But anyway, so okay, wait, I need to move some things. I'm getting overcrowded here. So anyway, I have all these. I'm going to lower the camera too, so you'll be able to see more of what I'm talking about. Oh, and I don't know if you remember from the first video. Remember I put these bracelets? I bent the bracelets with my special pliers, bracelet bending pliers. That the copper, this started out flat like this, and so I did this one and a thinner one and put it into the ammonia chamber, and I didn't like how they turned out. But then after they dried, I thought, well, they're not as bad as I thought. So I started to resin. Hold on one second. My allergies are, I'm going to just mute it just for a second and take care of my nose. Hey, Eric, I'm sorry. I told you I'm terrible at trying to watch the chat and talk and work or do anything else. In real life, I'm great at multitasking, but in real life, when I'm on camera, I'm terrible at watching the chat. And I have spent time in Culver City. We had friends that lived in Culver City in the mid 1980s when we were living in Las Vegas, and we would go to the LA area and visit them when we were there. So, Okay, thanks, Eric. I appreciate your offer. I usually am okay on these late night / early morning streams. Everybody is well behaved, and let me knock on wood because I've been fortunate enough not to have any trolls so far. So, but I will keep that in mind. And I didn't even think to try to add you as a mod earlier. I'm just looking at this. But anyway, so I threw some resin on this one. And as you can see, it's not as bright of a blue as this one. And it wasn't as bright of a blue before I put the resin on either. It just came out a little bit different color. So I am going to put another coat of resin on this because there's some uneven spots and I need to be careful. I saw I'm chipping some of my patina off and I don't want to do that. But anyway, I don't know why I got onto I got onto the bracelets because I didn't like them at first, but now I do. And this other bracelet that I made a few years ago, I added an element. This was a bead cap that I flattened out, and I handmade my little rivet. And so it's called a cold connection because I didn't solder it. It's cold connected. I'm thinking of putting a decoration on this one, but I need to look and see what I have over there. But anyway, so now I don't think, or maybe I did, I can't remember. Is there anybody here who watched the first live stream? I think it was a week before last, maybe, when I put the metal in the ammonia chamber. I'm trying to remember if I pulled out my torch and showed you guys how to get a red patina on the copper. That's actually, the camera's not showing it. That's not helping. But this is actually a bright, not bright, but it's definitely red. You can see it. You can see the red on this one. But this is all done with a torch. Here's a different shade of red. This is kind of an orange red, if I can get the light to hit it right. Not really. I don't know why my camera doesn't autofocus better. It's supposed to. There. It looks kind of funny on, I'm looking at my computer screen, seeing what you guys see. And it doesn't, like that splatter right under right there, doesn't show up in real life. Like I'm looking at it, you can't really see that in real life. Anyway, I don't remember if I pulled out my torch and showed how this is done or not. I showed it at some point, but I think that was on my when I made a video and for the big reveal and opened up the ammonia chamber to see what happened. And think that's when I pulled out my torch and showed how the red is done. And then I made a video, but I haven't posted it yet. This is also done with the torch. See the little ball on the end? This is copper wire, probably about 18 gauge. And to get a little ball on the end, you use a torch. And you can do it with copper or sterling silver. And the reason people do that is so they can use it for a head pin. And a head pin is a straight piece of wire with something at the bottom like this, or sometimes it's flat. But what it does is, hold on, the wire's too thick for that bead. Maybe it will work on this. This is so tiny. Hold on. Trying to get it in this tiny little. This wire's too big for that too. Strange. Sometime when the wire's bent, like kind of like this is, it's not real straight, has like a kink in it, the beads will not go on there very easy. And I think that's what's happening now. Here's a smaller gauge one. This is probably 20 gauge. Okay, this bead slid on, but that's, sorry, that's the same color. You can't really see it. Hold on, I'll get it. Oh dear. So, head pins are used to hold your bead on the wire, so the bead won't fall off. And then you can make like an earring. Oops, knocking stuff over. You can make like, people, you use head pins a lot for earrings mainly, but if you can, I'm just gonna do a wire loop on this one. And then I would, oops, I need a bigger desk. I can't wait. When we move, I will probably leave this desk and get another desk because I need a bigger desk anyway. I just always run out of room. My wire is so hard to wrap, and I'm wondering why. I must have work hardened it. Anyway, this isn't going as planned. Anyway, I started to, but you could use this as an earring component. Like I could hang it off of one of my, I could have that hanging at the bottom. But like I said, head pins are used all the time. And I like to make mine and have the ball at the end. Like I said, you can only do it with copper or sterling silver. Yep. Let's see. I have more. Let me show you. here are some different head pins. Now, these are all store-bought. Oops, I can't see what I'm doing because I pushed some wacky button on my computer. Okay. So there's one. It's just kind of like a triangle, little dots. Here's, those are the same. Here's another one. It's a square. There's a brass. This one's brass. It's just kind of a square also. But yeah, you can buy all kinds of decorative head pins. There's a round one. This one's kind of cool. It's a little crystal. Not showing up very good, is it? But that's a little crystal. And then you can also get head pins that here's something different. That looks like a weapon to me. That looks kind of sharp. I don't know where or why I got that. Here is the kind that you see most often. Where did it go? Oops. It's just a flat. Not that one. It jumped out of my hand. I'll find it. Hold on. Gosh darn it. It's crazy. Well, oh, here's one down here. I think. Good gosh. I am having nothing but trouble. This is so weird. There's a lot of them, but I can't even get to it. What the hey? Okay, here's what I've been trying to dig up for 10 minutes. See, this one's just flat. Kind of like just a push tack. It's just flat. Anyway, so those are head pins. Oh, and you can get the kind that have a loop at the bottom. So you would put your bead on, and then you can hang something else from the bottom, through the loop. This one has a tiny, tiny little ball hanging from it. So tiny. But, a lot of people add another bead or, I don't know, something else. And they come in all different lengths. Like these are probably 3/4 of an inch. These are really short. The most popular size, I think, is like 1.5 inches. And then these are, how long are these? These are like 3, and these are 3 inches. But that's good if you want to, wrap part of your wire. It gives you, there's enough wire to make a wrap. Anyway, okay, next on the agenda. Hold on, I'm trying to put stuff back in this messy box. This little box has head pins and like all kinds of different stuff that I don't have a place for. Like there's odds and ends in this box that I have no clue. There's some clasps. I'm in the middle of making some of my own jump rings. They're so tiny. This is sterling. Odds and ends. Here's a little. This is kind of cool. This is a heart, but it's a clasp, that you like would put on a necklace or a bracelet, and it opens. It's a spring. It's spring. Why can't I get this one? It's spring loaded. Okay, come on. Oh, it opens right here. There. See how it opened? Kind of a cute little clasp. And I have a lot of these are crimp covers. I use these. Oops, where did it go? These are crimp beads, tiny, teeny, tiny, that you put on the end of a, like if you have a piece of this that you string beads on. When you get to the end, you use one of those teeny tiny little crimp beads and you put it on and crimp it. But first you would attach the crimp bead, and then you would attach your clasp, and around the crimp bead you would have a crimp cover. This would cover it, and when you use one of these, it makes it look like you have just a bead. You cover up the ugly crimp. I have all kinds of special. These are screw down crimps. These are very expensive, and so I don't really use them. I've had these. I have gold, and these look gold. It's just they're silver. It's just because they've tarnished. But yeah, I've used one of these and none of these, and I probably had these 2.5 years. So these are some tiny beads, aren't they? Teeny tiny, but they're good for, I think I used them on, oh yeah, I started to make this component, and I used one of those tiny silver beads at the bottom and at the top of that round, of the round bead. And I'm going to hang it from this. I keep getting out of camera, don't I? Jeez. I'm going to hang one of these from that. I just have to figure out what wire I'm going to use. I tried to use, you can see that this is on a head pin, but the head pin, store-bought head pin wire is so hard to bend. It's so strong that, I mean, it's really, it doesn't look hard to bend with my fingers, but if you're trying to like tightly wrap it around something, I mean, good luck. Like this is, you can't make tight wraps. It just doesn't, I mean, this just doesn't bend. So I have to find, I have a drawer full of wire over here that I need to get into so I can make another one of those. So let's see. Where was I need to put this somewhere because get it out of the way. And while I'm thinking of it, I need to, I have a little mark, Sharpie mark right there on my copper that I need to try to get off with alcohol. And sometimes it comes off easy and sometimes it doesn't. Not the easiest. All right. So these earrings are ready to go on. I have cards made for earrings. So put them on here, and then I slide these into a small baggie with a decorative piece of paper behind this card. That way I don't lose anything. But before I do that, I have little backs that go on here so they don't slide off the card. If like that just slid right off. So I've got to find my little rubber backs that go on here, and let me guess, they are, I know they're not far, I'm trying to remember, I'm going to show you, don't get dizzy, out of all, you can see part of the boxes, all the boxes, I have 2 shelves of them, and the shelves go down. Those are all beads, and yeah, mostly beads. But I do have some things that aren't beads in there. Like I have, this is full of jump rings. And I have those little rubber earring backs close by. I'm just looking over here. I have sorry. See these drawers? This is actually a jewelry box. The top is off, but I use it for storage. And the side even opens. Oh, well, I don't open the side much because it has hooks to hang, like I guess long necklaces. But I have a little table right here, so I can't open it all the way. So I rarely use it for what it's intended for. I have a ton of stuff over here that I store. This is full of those earrings. These are all earring cards and like price tags. And let's see. All kinds of stuff in there. This is wire. This whole drawer is full of wire. These are all crystals. And I have a bunch of watch faces. Yes, watch faces. Like here's a little pocket watch. And these are just old watch faces that I've collected that I am going to, make a clock out of. I have all different shapes and colors. There's a big one. I guess this will have to be 12 o'clock. It's so big. Oh, if I don't break it before I use it, I have a tile floor. I better be careful. I know those rubber stoppers are not far. What in the heck? I'm thinking they might be behind me. I have a bunch of drawers behind me. You can see back behind me. I should be able to go right to, oh wait, maybe they're down here. Maybe they're right down here. Ay, ay, ay. All kinds of things on the floor. Okay. Maybe I have some down here. I used to, but it looks like I've taken them out. Here's the kind of baggie I put them in. I usually, I get a piece of, this is kind of plain, but this is handmade paper. And I usually have a smaller baggie, for earrings, and put decorative paper in it and Ziploc it. That way nothing gets lost. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to go look behind me real quick. One more little drawer here on my table. I don't think they're in here. I keep my sterling silver in this little drawer. But let me go back here and just look real quick. They used to be in here. I have to take them out. This is crazy. I can't imagine where I put them. You would think I would keep them with some of my beads, right? I have so much clay, finished clay components in here. Here's a whole bag of keychains. They're kind of cool. This is so weird. I can't locate my little rubber earring stoppers. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Oh, yeah, here they are. Here they are. Yay. Yippee-yi-yippee-oh, yay. Okay. So, they were in a plastic box. No wonder I was looking up there. I thought I knew they were in a box, a little jewelry box. So, this is why, oh, this bag's open. This is what I was looking for, these little rubber stoppers that come on the back of earrings so they don't fall off the card. Whew. So, you know, my electric scooter, my batteries haven't worked for probably close to 3 weeks. They started going bad about a month ago, and then this past weekend they stopped working totally. For a while, like for a couple of weeks, I could barely make it around the block, and then the batteries just finally pooped out this past weekend. And so Richard said, I don't want to just give you the money to get some, and I don't want you to owe me, because I already owe him like $250. But he said, why don't you pick me out like $200 worth of your jewelry, so when Christmas comes around, or if someone's birthday comes around, I won't have to ask you. I can, I'll already have the jewelry. He said, go put some out so I can pick what I like. And so we did that whole thing. And I just mainly charged him for the cost of supplies. I charged him what it took to buy the materials, and I didn't charge him for my man hours. So he was getting a good deal. But then we got in an argument, and he stormed off, came back in there, and handed me my box of jewelry back and said, I'm not buying you batteries. As a matter of fact, I'm going to punish you. I'm not even going to talk to you for a whole month. I'm going to teach you a lesson. Whatever. He thinks it's okay to punish an adult like a child. Anyway, so that was about a week and a half ago. And so he knows I get paid on the 3rd, and he's afraid that I'm not going to pay him rent. So yesterday he started talking to me again, just very little, but in order to keep me in line and to make sure that, to reassure himself that I'm going to pay rent, a couple $100 I owe him, he decided to start talking to me again. So he said, okay, I will pay 100, the batteries are $250, battery and the charger, because my charger, it's old, the fan on it stopped working, so I don't want it to completely give out while I'm trying to charge the batteries and like cause the batteries to burn up. Or anyway, I don't think I should take a chance with an old battery charger on brand new batteries. So the charger itself is $50 and the batteries are $90 a piece, and it takes 2 batteries. So yesterday he said, okay, I'll pay $150, but you have to pay $50. And so after doing my bills, figuring out what I owed him, rent, and my other couple of bills, I'm like, I'm not going to have the $50, on Thursday when I get paid. Because he was saying, we'll go on Thursday and you can get your money, and then we'll go to the battery store. And I'm like, I'm not going to have $50 to get the batteries this month. Oh, and that he flipped out. He just can't imagine how I'm not going to have $50 extra. So we got another argument last night. I won't even tell you why. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't, I swear. Things didn't go his way, and so he got angry. And it takes me like 0.2 seconds. Once he's mad, it takes me like half a second to get mad back, okay? But I didn't start it. Anyway, so I don't know where we stand with my batteries and all that. I know my poor little dog hates the fact that I can't take him on real long walks like I used to, or near as many. But I did. We have a little corner store at the entrance to our little neighborhood, and I go up there to get cigarettes when I'm out. I usually don't get them there because they're like almost twice as expensive as a different store that I go to. But if I'm forced to go to the little store at the beginning of our neighborhood, that's where I go. And tonight, or last night, tonight, it's the same night to me because I woke up at 6 p.m. And even though it's really Thursday, to me it's still Wednesday night, because I got up so late and I work all night. Then I sleep during the day because it's so hot in Florida during the spring and summer that it's icky. I can't go outside. It's hard to go anywhere in the car because it's so hot. And so we just work at night and sleep during the day. But what was my point? So I had to take my manual wheelchair to the store tonight to get cigarettes, and it's a half a mile there and a half a mile back. And boy, do my arms get tired. I went the night before last, and then like 4 nights ago, 2 nights ago, and then tonight. And my arms tonight, I could really tell they were a little bit sore. I had to rest a little bit, and I wasn't going near as fast. So anyway, I hope something works out. I'm hoping he'll give in and just pay for the damn batteries. If I have to pay all or part of it back, that's fine. I'll do that. But I hope that I get my batteries tomorrow. And my dog hopes so too. He's really missing frequent walks. Trying to even go around the block in a manual wheelchair isn't easy because, like the streets aren't flat, like from curb to curb. The streets go up in the middle. So when it rains, the water runs off each side and to the gutters along the street. And so when you're rolling, and when you roll and try to like roll on an angle, the chair is always pulling to the left. It pulls to the down slope, you know what I mean? And so you're always working harder with if it's pulling left, you have to work harder with your left arm to keep it straight instead of going that way and running into the curb. So yeah, my arms were a little tired tonight. What else do I have in here? I'm wondering what else I have in this box. It's stuff apparently that I have decided I'm not going to do anything with, at least for the moment. It's clay stuff, of course. Here's clay and metal. Oh, this was clay, like it was some kind of, oops, I'm not even so sorry. Some kind of jelly roll or something, and I sliced it in half. On the inside were these pretty colors, gold, a little pink, turquoise, and purple. And I thought those are pretty colors, so I got a piece of copper wire and hammered it and flattened it out. Then I resined the copper onto the clay, and I need to poke holes in the copper and hang ear wires on there. And I need to varnish or resin the back and sides. And they're some funky earrings. Oh dear. Something was sticking to me. Let's see. What else do I have on me here? Who knows? Well, there's some. These are just different experiments that I was doing and haven't gotten back to them or didn't like them. I'm not even sure. This was made with some new kind of clay I was trying. Some kind of translucent clay. I don't know. These turned out so big that I scrapped them. What else do I have in here? These just haven't finished them. They're supposed to kind of look like enamel, fake enamel. What else is good in here? Just a bunch. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. I don't think these are so bad. I don't know why I didn't finish them. Maybe I just got busy. Here's some. I can see why I didn't go ahead with those. But these I kind of like. I think I have several pair like this. Is probably why those are in there. And I don't think I liked the way these turned out, so I just stopped. These are just scrap pieces of clay that I resined a sterling silver ball on, and then I put a sterling silver jump ring, but I never finished whatever I was planning on doing with them. I have no clue. No clue. Here's some where I bent some copper around. I was going to hook an ear wire onto these. That never panned out. These are, let's see, I glued or resined some tiny, tiny little pink crystals down the middle. You can't really see them. You can in real life. And then I resined some copper on, but never took them any further. I have a bunch of the same. I just need to finish these. I have sterling silver wire that needs to be twisted around those. Here's another one. These have crystals. This is sterling silver. I hammered out. This is wire, but I hammered out the end of it to flatten enough so I could drill a hole so I can put an ear wire through. Then I resined 3 more crystals on it. Let's Silver has tarnished. Here's some kind of funky ones. I think I stopped this because some of my patina chipped off. So I need to shorten both of these. They're kind of different. And then I like these. I used to work with the gold metallic clay a lot more than I have lately because the stores around here have not been stocking the gold clay anymore. They stock antique gold, but not the regular gold. Now these are wild. I don't know what I was going to do with these. Make some kind of earrings out of them. They're just a square with a curved piece going up. I think I was just going to hang an ear wire in it. Just funky earrings. And I made a bunch of different sizes and shapes of this. I actually made these for my cruise because I needed orange and green. And there's orange and blue. I have a lot of different ones like with that same pattern. Anyway, I better keep my bag of plastic earring stoppers out because I'll be needing those. I'll put these away. And I should probably straighten my desk a little bit. And I'm going to start making some earrings. I think these are, the metal on here are bead caps. I think I'm going to pull my box of bead caps out and maybe use some of them, incorporate some of them onto, my metal pieces down here. I actually, I'm going to finish this funky pair right here. All I have to do is drill a hole and attach some ear wires. Yep. And while I'm at it, I need to drill some holes. And I have my flex shaft out. If you don't know what a flex shaft is, it's one of these. You can put different attachments on, and I have a foot pedal down here, and it goes very fast. So I can drill through metal. It's faster than using my hole punch pliers or my where'd it go? My my screw down hole puncher. These screw down and make holes also. But depending on how hard the metal is. Depending on how hard it is, that tells me which tool to use and which tool not to use. So, okay. So I have my rubber. Oh, I left 2 bags out by accident. I have all these tools crowding my desk, which is okay. I'll just move some things. Oh, I put a box up on my shelf and knocked down a little one. That's what that noise was. But I took this out. This is for, I use it to display bracelets. It actually has, oh, not even sure. I use this to display bracelets. It's velvet. It actually has you can kind of see the holes going down both sides. I think it's made for earrings, but a lot of times I'll put my bracelets on here. Here's one I made the other night. It has freshwater pearls and just a sterling silver chain. I thought that was kind of cute. It has like the seafoam green and then regular pearl colors. Kind of cute, I thought. My sister likes little beads, like really little. I like my stuff a little bit bigger, like that size. But here's some more tiny beads. But yeah, so I grabbed this thinking, like when I was trying to show you those head pins, if I had put them on here, they might have shown up better. You know what I mean? So let me see. Yeah, that's just, here's a head pin right here. Yes, much better display than the palm of my hand. Okay, yay. So I have a little one here for earrings. I've got to take some photos of my jewelry and load them into my Etsy shop. And I've got to do that tomorrow or later on today. I've got to start selling this stuff. I have a ton of inventory, and I would just have to sell a few pieces. Then I could pay for my batteries all by myself. I wouldn't even have to worry about what he's doing. So that's going to be my goal, is to get stuff, pictures taken of my inventory and then posting them in my Etsy shop. Maybe I can do that this, take the weekend to do that. Saturday night, I have a special guest, Eric Levitt. I don't know. I've seen Eric a lot in some of the, live screen chats of different people, but I don't know a lot about him. I know that he is a high functioning autistic person, and he's going to tell his story about his journey living with high functioning autism. So, Saturday night, same time as the last one that I did last night. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time and 5 o'clock California time. And yeah, I'm real excited because that's something I don't know anything about. I know nothing about autism. I'm not sure if we have anyone in our family that I could say is displaying some autism traits that I've heard about. There's no one that has been diagnosed that I'm aware of in my family, but my cousin does have a daughter who is has Down syndrome. She's high functioning for being a Down syndrome person. Other than that, of course, there's a few people that deal with addiction in our family, alcoholism, drug addiction. There's more alcoholics than drug addicts, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, there's not a bunch, but there's definitely a few. Seems like there's more alcoholics than drug addicts. But yeah, so I'm really excited to learn about what it's like to live with autism. I'm sure there's a lot of people like me that just don't know. I've heard about it, most of my life. Of course, all of my adult life, I hear about it now and then, but I've never done a deep dive, or what you would call it, maybe a deep dive. And yeah, so I'm real excited for him to come on and tell his story. And Saturday night, I made a community post about it. I'm gonna repost it tomorrow and tomorrow night and Saturday. I'll just keep reposting it. I'll flood the YouTube algorithm with community posts. I think once I start having, I would like to do at least 2 interviews a week of people telling their story. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to call it Your Story. I haven't decided exactly yet, but story time. I want to do at least 2 a week. Mainly, this is for Never Ends, because the exes, they have places to go and tell their story. The ex Scientologists grab them up and have them on, and so we can all hear their story. And I think that's great because they know what to ask. They know, they're just, more up on all that goobly gop than any of us never ends are. So, but I know it's healing, and it's validating when you can tell your story and be heard, and you feel safe, and you know that people are relating to you. It's very healing, in my opinion. And the reason I actually started my channel was so we would have a place to go to tell our story. And I think I only did three stories. I had three people on, and they were all great. But then, like, oh my gosh, the infighting started happening, and blah blah blah. I kind of just squished the idea and stopped having the people on. And then I got more into my art, because it's such good therapy for me, doing art. And so I was live streaming with Maya a lot. She would paint, and I would work with polymer clay, and that's what I did for a while. And then I went on the cruise, and when I came back, I didn't feel like doing anything, because I got so out of practice of I did more live streaming than anything. But I got so used to not going on, camera, that I guess I got kind of lazy. But I picked it back up, and I welcome any of you who want to come on. I welcome you to come on and jump at the chance. Send me an email. My email is so easy. It's all right. I'll just put it in the chat. I don't know if I put an @ sign, does that make it? Oops, what happened? I pressed a wrong button somewhere. Hold on. Hello. What happened? It's so weird. I don't want folders. Oh, I see. Okay, let me get back to comments. There's my email. I don't know. I put it at the beginning, thinking maybe you can just click on that, but I have no clue. But yeah, so anybody, oh, Eric, you wrote more and I didn't even see it. I am so sorry. Let's see. You wrote, you'll be bringing up about your high functioning autism. Yes. Someone replied on your community post trying to bully me. They did, really? Wow. I'll check that out and definitely block them. That's crazy. Oh my God. You know what? I have to check it out right now because I'm so nosy. So y'all will be able to see me, but I am going on YouTube. I am so sorry that happened, Eric. That's terrible. You just can't get rid of them. They're like tiny little gnat pests. They're pests. I'm always like, shoo fly, telling him to get away from me because he follows me around behind my wheelchair and it drives me crazy, arguing with me. I'm like, shoo fly, bye. Okay, I was on the wrong. You know what's so funny? This is crazy. Let me go to my YouTube studio. My computer is very slow. I had 714 subscribers when I started tonight, and now I have 711. That's -3. How did that happen? Okay, let me go to my comments. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's a whole slew of them. Oh my gosh, I am going to need someone that can help me mod on Saturday night for sure, because the trolls are out, Eric. You are right. Oh, wait. I said there's a whole slew. Maybe I was looking at some old ones. Let's see. That one's old. Hold on. I'm looking. Miss Dawn was there. She's so sweet. I love her. She would never bully someone, in my opinion. Wow. Okay, I will block Ganja Gaga, whoever that is. Yeah, I don't appreciate that at all. And I will comment back to this person, and I'm not going to be mean because I'm trying my best to stay level-headed, even keeled, because what I like to do to these people who harass and who are mean, I like to lash right back at them, but I know I'm not supposed to do that, so I'm trying not to. So, but I will answer and just be point blank about the, how I feel, and encourage them to quit harassing. But thanks for bringing that to my attention, because I checked comments earlier tonight, and I probably wouldn't have gone back until tomorrow. I usually only check my comments once a day, and so you're a mod for Miss Dawn. Yeah. I don't know who Ganja Gaga is, because I honestly don't go to the live streams or the videos that those people put out. And so yeah, I don't recognize any of, I recognize Rika's name, but and there's a couple I recognize, but for the most part, yeah, I don't know who those people are. Thank goodness. Yeah. Bad news bears. But this is a cool tool. See, they have different size pins, and all you do is slide a piece of metal in, and then you screw it down, and it puts a hole in. Pretty cool, huh? And like I said, the pins, one of those pins is bigger than the other, but you can't always use that. And then I also have like pliers like this, which are very cool. This is, I need to tighten this up. This pin right there puts a hole in metal also. Let me show you. Yeah, so see, this is just a thin piece of the copper that we put the natural patina on. And all you do is put it on. Just trying to make sure that's in the middle. It's not always easy to get it in the middle. I'm off to one side a little. I usually mark it with a Sharpie. That's good enough. And then I just squeeze. I have to do it with two hands usually. And jimmy it off. And there's my hole. So I can put ear wire through it. Now the back, sometimes it leaves a little place that I have to file down. Not always, but about half the time. Because you don't want anything left on there that can hurt somebody. There. Pretty cool, huh? And I have 1, 2, 3 pairs of those because, you know, I just can't have one. No. They have different size excuse me, pins, and this one's missing a pin, but I have it in my drawer. I need to add it. But yeah, I think these are different sizes. I used to mark what size they were, but it doesn't look like I did that for anything else. But I can tell one of these is a lot fatter than the other one. Yeah. And like I said, the other way is to use the electric flex shaft that I have. I do have hand drills, but I don't use these on metal. I use these on polymer clay, like to put the hole in clay after I resin it. Yep, these are perfect for clay. I guess I could use it for metal, but that might take a while. Yeah. Oh, I have 2 different Dremels. I could use a Dremel, but that's what my flex shaft is for. It does the same thing a Dremel does, but this is a little better than a Dremel, let me tell you. But it uses all the same attachments that I have for my Dremel. All the attachments I have for my Dremel, I can put onto here. Yep. And I hang it from a drill press. This is a Dremel drill press. It's not extended right now. This raises up and has this little arm that I hang my flex shaft motor on. I don't want it to fall over. And this actually is made, you put your Dremel down in it, and it's a drill press, so you can, this arm like raises and lowers the Dremel so you can drill down into it. Pretty cool. I had it packed away, and I pulled it out the other day, a couple of days ago, and haven't. That's usually where my computer is sitting. Oh, I have my computer on my desk right now. Hi, T. I'm sorry. I just saw you. I'm so sorry. How are you, babe? Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't know if you're still here, but I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I'm just kind of rattling right now. But yeah, I can see. Look, she's like, yeah, me too. I don't know what happened that night on your stream. That was the weirdest thing, wasn't it? That was weird. But I have switched my hours over, so I'm going to be up at this time of the night for me, day for you. So I'll be able to come and see you more like I used to. Yeah, I'm staying up at night again into the morning because it's too hot during the day here, T. You can't get out and do anything. It's no fun. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping these hours so I'll be able to. Yes, I did. I set up channel memberships yesterday, and I got my first membership from Daniel Sander. Do you recognize his name? I'm sure you do. He's so sweet. I think he lives in either Norway or Denmark. Yeah, so I have one member so far, but it's so cool. Now, I can't get ad revenue yet. I'm just on the first, the first phase of it with the 3,000 watch hours. So I need to get a 1,000 more hours, but that's why I'm going to be live streaming more. And it took me a year to get 3,000 hours, so I'm going to make sure it doesn't take a year to get the other 1,000. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it. Yeah. But I hope you're doing good too. Let's see. I've been on here about an hour and 40 minutes. I've had, I've talked a lot in this video, mainly about my metal and working with it, with the natural patina and all kinds of stuff. But I think I've only had 3 people around all night. It's probably because of the odd hour, but you've been really busy. Good. It's good to keep busy. We know that. So yeah, I've started going back to why I originally started my channel was so Never Ends could have a place to tell their story. I put it in quotes, their story, and get validation and healing. It's always healing, I think, and validating to tell your story. And like the ex-Scientologist they have each other on, but they don't usually have Never Ends on. I can't think of any that have, but they know the right questions to ask the ex-Scientologist, and so I think it's great that they have platforms and they go on each other's. But I wanted a place for Never Ends to go, and I only did like three had three different people on when I first started, and then stuff started happening and I just got away from it. And I started yesterday. I interviewed Minnie, the Reformed Minion, and Saturday I'm interviewing, or Eric Levitt's coming on. He said, I'm going to talk about my journey with high functioning autism, which is great for me because I know nothing about autism. I mean, I know like little things I've heard throughout, the years, but I really couldn't tell you what I've even really heard. It's just something I know nothing about. So I can't wait to learn and hear what someone that lives with it has to say and get that perspective. You told yours on Keela's. That's right. Yep. I remember. Boy, and oh boy, some of yours was very traumatizing, to the listener too. And I had been through a lot of that same stuff, but I haven't told my story yet. My story is so long that I don't know what. I'm writing a book actually, and I haven't worked on it in like probably 6 months, but I used to work on it a couple of times a week. And so that's why I haven't like told it on YouTube, because I'm writing about it. Yeah. But anyway, I have to figure out a good time to do it now that I'm thinking about it. 8 o'clock my time. I don't think that's a good time for people in Australia. The one I did last night was 8 o'clock Eastern time. That was 5 o'clock in California, 5 p.m. in California. And Eric lives in California also, so we're going to do it at the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. And I want to try to do at least 2 a week. I said 3 a week, but that might be a little much. Yeah, I think start out with 2 a week unless I get like a whole long list of people that want to come on and tell their story, and I have to start having one a night on. Oh, that would be a dream come true. But yeah, I'll start out with 2 a week for right now. And then I'm going to also be doing more art as therapy live streams. And I'm even going to have one class a month, something simple that most people I think would be able to do, as that's for one of the perks for the highest level. So I don't think I'm going to have many of those, at least not for a while. So, but I am going to be doing more art stuff, live streaming with my new hours. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. You were in there when I was live. Yeah. Yeah, I remember yours was very long, but you had a lot to tell, girl. You've been through a lot. Yep. And especially like at your age, like I'm a lot older than you. And I know I've been through a lot, but like I'm probably what, 20 years older than you or something? At least 20 years. Are you and your, what, maybe 15 years older? I don't know. But yeah, you're 43. I am 20 years older than you. I was right the first time. I'll be 63 in September. That's funny. That wasn't the worst of it. Yeah, I can imagine. There's stuff that's just so bad. I understand. There's some stuff that I wouldn't say on the internet for sure. A couple of things. It's just unnecessary, and I tell everything, but there are a couple of things that I wouldn't tell unless I was mad enough. Damn it, then I might. Oh gosh, have you heard anything about pressing charges? I remember you were looking into that. I'm just wondering if you ever heard any more about that. It is hard to talk about, that's for sure. Some of those things, embarrassing, very embarrassing. Yet the abuser can't remember it. How can they not remember something so horrific? And I'm like, yeah, you don't remember it because it didn't happen to you. You were the one doing it. And if I did that to somebody, I would be so ashamed. I would not want to remember it either, bucko. So, you know what I mean. They arrested him in December, and he was on bail till the 5th of February. Oh, wow. So did they, I'm assuming they didn't have a trial, or else they need, okay, the hard stuff. They need yeah, bless your heart. Bless your heart. And you know what? We never think past a certain number of years, you're like, why am I still holding on to this shit? They're not going to do anything about it now. I might as well get rid of it. And then you find out, well, maybe they say they might be able to, help me. But you've already gotten rid of the stuff because you think it's been too long. Like I had a whole big baggie full of my hair that he had pulled out by the root that I was saving. And of course, I got rid of that years ago, but yeah. Photos of scars, therapist write-ups. Yeah, that stuff is, I don't have to tell you, the longer you're away from it, the harder it is to come up with all that stuff. But at least you are on his tail, baby girl. At least you are on his tail. And he knows that they know. That has to make you feel better in some way. I know it would me. It's not the big secret he thinks it is. Dumbass. They are dumbasses. You burnt all your stuff? Ah. Wow. Of course he did. Of course he couldn't let that stuff be around. Well, you know what I'm so mad about? Let me tell you. So, last year, or maybe a year and a half ago, one day, it took me 2 days, actually, 2.5 days, and I set up like a photo box and made different like displays to take photos of my jewelry so I could post the photos in an Etsy shop. And I never got around to it. But I had all these photos. I mean, I had a lot of photos. I even bought more space on the cloud. So, I'd have room for everything. Do you know all those photos are gone? They're just gone. Like, they didn't ask me if I still wanted them, and I didn't delete them. I'm like, how in the hell does that happen? Richard said that it happened to him. That after a certain amount of time, I guess, they just get rid of. How can they get rid of your photos? Like, I had pictures and a video from my son's high school graduation, which was in 2022. That's not that long ago, but they still got rid of it. I am so upset. So why do people buy more, like I pay a monthly $1.99 a month. Now I pay $3.99 a month for extra iCloud space. But why am I doing that if they just can get rid of your stuff? I don't understand what's going on. It's crazy. And I had some pictures on there, like my son, when he went to homecoming or prom, he sent me some pictures of him and his girlfriend because my mom had kicked me out of the house, so I didn't get to see him actually go, so he sent me pictures, and those are gone. I'm sure he still has copies of them, but I mean, there's certain things you want to hang on to. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to take all of my photos over. Oh, it was such a nightmare. I'm going to have to do it again. But that's what I'm going to work on this weekend. Yeah, I already said that's what I'm going to concentrate on, is posting some photos in my Etsy shop, because other than photos and some descriptions, I'm ready to go. My shop could be open. Then I could just send people there if they want to know where they can find, my jewelry. I've been needing to do that for a long time. You had photos of your injuries, yeah. Oh, on Yahoo. And they got rid of them too. That is crazy. They should send you a notice at least. Hey, we're about to do this. If you don't respond back in like 48 hours, give you a couple of days to answer their email. It's crazy. They should feel bad about it because they don't know what they're getting rid of, It's not like they sit there and go through your photos. I don't know. I was thinking I could email them, but it's so hard to get a hold of those people. You never can get a hold of, like, have a live conversation with someone from Google or YouTube or I don't know. Any of those. I've never been able to like get a hold of someone on the phone much, or an email. I don't think I can think. I get like the emails that are sent to a million different people. You know, the standard junk mail. Yeah. You used to have an Etsy? Ah. Yeah, and that seems like pretty simple, except I tried to post and put up a picture, a photo of a necklace that I made, and it something came up, and then I don't know. I can't even remember the situation, but I could not figure it out, and I got so upset because I mean, how hard can it be to post a photo and then write a description about it, and whatever it was, something on there confused me and upset me enough to where I just left the site, and I haven't gone back to it. And that's been like a week ago that happened. I have to be in the right mood to try to do something that's new to me, because most of the time I'll get pissy fast. Yeah, I will. Mhm. Well, let's see. It has been 2 hours, you guys. I'm going to pop on off of here and go get something to eat. It can be frustrating, T. It can be. And I'll be darned, I still have not learned how to make shorts. I know there's a simple, easy way to like know where to put cuts, in your video. And for the life of me, I can't get it right. If I have a short, you can bet I spent a lot of time trying to make it, and then it just happened, one of those tries, to be good enough, made me happy enough to where I would keep it. It was not something I just went in there and zip, zip, click, 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 and there's my short. No, it's something I fell into, believe me. So anyway, CapCut, that's the app I use. Yeah, I do have better luck on the phone for sure. I think I tried CapCut the other night, and I figured it out kind of, and I used one of their songs, and when I tried to post it on YouTube, I got a copyright strike for the music. So I haven't remade it yet. Yeah. So I need to go back and fix that. Oh, I couldn't remember how to save it either. Like save it to a file on CapCut. That happened to you too? Oh, it's something, isn't it? Jeez. We're like the technology mess up twins, huh? We are. Okay, love, and all you wonderful people. Oh, there's 6 people now. I hate to leave. I've been out here 2 hours. I've got to go to the restroom. I've got to eat. My stomach. I can't believe y'all haven't heard my stomach growl because it's been growling. But you might want to go back and fast forward through there. I do talk about like some of this metal, and I show a few different tools and talk about a little bit about the natural patina on there. But yeah, I'll be back. Like I said, I'm going to start live streaming more as I'm working with metal because it's like a whole new area. It's a little more interesting probably than polymer clay. I'm assuming, I think to most people it would be more interesting. So I'm going to do that. But in the meantime, y'all have a great day wherever you are in this world. And I thank you for stopping by. See ya.